3 Thundermaw Hellkite, 2 Olivia Voldren,
A lot of the same
cards will keep reading to you again.
Yep, over and over.
He's got Liliana's in the sideboard. Appetite for Rain's got a couple Garooks.
This is game 3, so he'll be siding in whenever he wants.
Okay, and we all know AJ's deck. If you've been watching coverage,
if you're just tuning in, AJ is playing a red, black, white deck. Not a guild, not a shard, but has the cards that AJ wants to play.
Yes.
Is basically a very removal super heavy deck. He has, let's see, about 16 to 17 pure removal spells. He has some, and then he has 7 Planeswalker. He has 3 Sorens and 4 Lilianas to win with. Faithless Looting and Underworld Connections keep the gas going.
AJ's deck is just a deck you'd want to play, just you could have so much fun with. Just because it constantly can change for you.
If your idea of fun is your opponent never getting to have anything in play.
That's not your idea of fun.
I mean, it could, if it's your idea, then by all means.
Well, I prefer guys that go out and hit. Boros, remember. Boros. But we won't see that.
If you like your opponent to not have anything in play, this is your deck.
Okay, the one card that he will not be bringing in is Blasphemous Act. He has Andrew has 2 Blasphemous Acts in the sideboard. Not exactly. Maybe he might bring it in based on if AJ flooded the board with tokens. But I don't think so.
I don't see it coming.
Okay.
In fact, I see a lot of Andrew's main deck cards being very, very poor. Pillar Flame, Mizium Mortars, Sever the Bloodline, all fairly poor. But he does have like a reasonable amount of threats compared to a normal Jund deck. I've seen Jund deck like Elliot Wolczewski's deck from last week.
Yeah.
Had 12 creatures in it only. So it's very, very light on threats, heavy on answers. But he was able to take his all the way to a top 8 appearance, or top 4 appearance.
That's one of the advantages of Jund. But I remember, Jund to me means like 20 creatures and like
Bloodbraid Elves, Creature Leeches. This is not your normal Jund. This is more of like the Jund ramp deck.
I know they only use 2 Borderline Rangers but it does get the mana, which in these matchups is actually really critical.
Yeah, he's got Andrew's got quite a bit of mana compared to a normal thing, and I'm surprised there's not a bunch of Rakdos returns.
Okay, he did bring in Deathrite Shaman from the sideboard, as you can see here. Andrew, turn 1, plays the Shaman, pays the 2 life,
and promptly gets Mizium Mortars from AJ Sacher. Deathrite Shaman's a pretty potent threat for, at least for being as cheap as it is.
Okay, we see Sorin Faithless Looting. I think it's 2 Faithless Lootings from AJ in his deck.
I like this a little better. Both players are playing spells on turn 1 and 2. So AJ digging for some.
Looks like he needs some land areas.
Yeah, he found a little. He's clearly going to discard one of his 2 remaining Faithless Lootings, if not both. But I think he's just going to go with Lingering Souls, so he can just discard them both. And then he does have a land. I believe he did find one.
Yes.
So yeah, it's an isolated chapel, so that allows him to flashback Lingering Souls, put a couple 1/1s into play, and start pestering Andrew's life total.
We see that AJ has one of his 2 Oblivion Rings in his hand also.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, those don't look like Lingering Souls tokens. Those look like... Okay, Borderline Ranger getting another land. The one thing Andrew is doing is he's getting to his ramp total quickly.
Yeah.
Alright, AJ cuts. Has his back. There's the Vault of the Archangel.
Mm-hmm. I believe we'll see the Sorin Lord of Innistrad from AJ. One card I would have really liked to see in AJ's deck, instead of the Vault of the Archangel, since his deck's so grindy, Stensia Bloodhall. Might give him some extra damage sources.
Okay. Now that has not seen play.
That is not a card that is frequently played.
Okay.
The Volt of the Engager only really combos with his Lingering Souls. And every once in a while, I don't combo with his actual sword.
All right, AJ puts a token in, swings in for 2, takes Andrew down to, I believe, 16 that will be. Okay, there's a Rakdos return.
That could be very powerful. If he can get enough lands to pace the Soren, if he has the...
Okay, he's going to swing in. Did he attack him?
I believe so. AJ went to his life total.
Okay.
Or life pad.
There's a... Oh, he had the Dreadbore
That's
form.
a pretty good reason to go directly to...
All right, so...
The thing AJ could have done is, if he was worried about a Dreadbore, he could potentially just get his value, get his emblem in play.
Okay, Appetite for Brains by AJ.
Brains.
Dreadbore, Thragtusk, Huntmaster, and Rakdos return. AJ has an Oblivion Ring, so he can get rid of the Thragtusk when it comes out on the field.
Get rid of either one. It's just a matter of which one does he want to have to fight through, and he has decided that he wants to fight through.
Oh, he's going to Oblivion Ring the key run.
Okay.
Taking a threat off the board right away, so AJ swings in.
I believe AJ's card is Rolling Tremor. He has 1 card left in his hand.
Okay.
So he wants to see what Rolling Tremor can do for him.
Okay, AJ will go down to 16 on the swing of the Borderline Ranger.
Alright, Huntmaster of the Fells for Andrew.
There's Garuk.
Oh, it's Garuk. It's not Huntmaster.
Okay.
So...
I'm so used to seeing those cards be... Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm so used to seeing those cards be Huntmaster and not Garuk. Okay, well, that's fine. Garuk brings out a wolf.
Alright, more brains. More brains for AJ Sacher.
Yes. But AJ really could use a land here. That would help him out a lot. He does have two Faithless Lootings in the graveyard.
However, I believe AJ has both Rolling Tremor and Appetite for Brains, both of which are pretty solid.
Yeah.
One thing AJ could be worried about is his Appetite missing. So he might want to loot it away.
All right, here. There it is. Faithless Looting. Draw 2, discard 2. Exile it now.
Oh, that's a safe passage. Safe. I'm curious to see what that one's for.
Very interesting on that one.
Imagine it's for setting up some nice blocks in combat, or like countering a Rakdos return, but it really doesn't do that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that AJ talked about it on the deck tech with Glenn Jones. That card does not show up and not get mentioned when you're going through the list.
You don't play
cards.
safe passage, get a deck tech, and gloss over it.
Yeah.
So if you want to find out what AJ's safe passage is for, look at Glenn Jones' deck tech with him on our written coverage at StarCityGames.com. So AJ decided to discard his Underworld connections. I found it interesting just simply because I feel like that's the way he gets ahead.
But I really think he's trying to... Okay, he's going to knock out Garuk or make a flip. And now he goes to the Brains. And...
Rakdos return and Dreadbore remain.
Okay. Andrew draws, I believe, a land there.
Alright, looks like Andrew wants to sacrifice his Garruk, sacrifice his wolf token, and go get any creature in his deck. Good choice.
Thundermaw Hellkite wipes Spirits Dead. And there's the land, and away go those, and in for probably only 5, because AJ might chump block it here to, yeah, gain
1 life.
Gain 1 life, so he only goes down 4. I'll take AJ to 13. Okay. AJ needing some answers quickly. There's Garruk. We are going to Faithless Loot his other Faithless Looting that's in the graveyard there. Hoping to hit something. Land.
That's something, but not something that'll kill Thundermaw Hellkite or Borderland Ranger for that matter.
Alright.
So AJ in quite dire straits.
Yeah, and this would be AJ's second loss. And that would basically knock him out of contention for the top 8.
We should stop featuring AJ on camera. So far he's looking bad in all the matches we see him play.
Yes, but his deck is, I mean, it is a lot of fun. I'll tell you that for sure. I'll be willing to bet you'll see that at some F&Ms near you.
Absolutely.
All right, AJ takes 7 down to 6. Okay, Garruk. Sure. Brings out a wolf token. Threatening lethal on the board. AJ draws a swamp.
Make sure he's dead, and
yep, that's it. Shake of the hand.
Session.
Congratulations.
Andrew Tenjum.
Congratulations, Andrew Tenjum coming through 2-1. Battle of X1s there.